Working on our EQ moves. Do. Better at the job with emotional grooves.
Oh, God.
Talking like pros, not getting confused. We're learning those EQ moves. Yeah, that's right. Bob Seeger here on a Thursday, April 24th, in the year of our Lord 2025. I'm Jordan Baker, Vice President of Communications, Independent Contractors and Business Association. You have found Training Thursday, co-hosted as always by
Kerry Vital, Manager Member Services for ICBA, who had to consult the calendar to find out what day it was.
That's right. Vital by name, Vital by nature. Kerry, breaking news from the Vital by Nature Instagram.
Oh, God.
You are phasing out evening runs because it's starting to get too hot.
It's getting too hot because I ran yesterday afternoon. So I usually am a morning runner, but the past couple months, I've been prioritizing my sleep a little bit more.
Yes.
As
have I for about 50 years.
Yes. No, we talked about this last week, that when it was your birthday, you're not 50 yet. But yeah, so I think it is now getting a little bit too warm, so I'm going to have to go back to my early morning runs for the next several months, probably until after October. And my marathon in October. So, but that will not be phased out today because I hit the snooze button today, so I have to run after work again. But after that, no more.
But after that,
no, tomorrow morning I'm going to run in the morning, etc., etc. But yeah, it's just getting a little bit too warm. I've started the ridiculous tan that I get in the summers. Lightly toasted almond, but there's actually like a line.
Very lightly toasted
Very
almond.
lightly toasted almond, but yeah, there's actually a nice little like line on my arms now from my shirt.
Yes. Can Irish people tan? Very lightly.
Very lightly, yeah.
Very lightly.
Like I said, lightly toasted almond. Even when I've come home from Mexico, I am very lightly browner than usual.
That's right. It's supposed to be up to like mid-20s or low to mid-20s the next couple of days.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really, really warm. So yeah, no, definitely the phasing out of the evening runs is taking place starting tomorrow morning. It's the sun run on Sunday though, so I know a few people who are running that, so it'll be nice and hot for them, I'm assuming.
Is that
and
10K then?
10K, yeah.
Okay.
And then,
so
anyone who's in
now.
Vancouver, please note that the sun run is on this coming Sunday, so do not drive around.
I'm in Vancouver on Sunday. So.
Well, just heads up. And then next Sunday is the BMO Marathon, Half Marathon, and 8K, so again, you might not be able to drive everywhere you want to go in Vancouver.
Okay, I'll have to double check that.
You might want to check. I've already had to warn Nicola, our education manager, because she lives downtown and
avoid it. Okay.
Avoid the runners.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay. We're going to talk about ICBA 50 in a second, but first, Kerry, let's talk about our feature course this week.
Yes.
We're going to elevate some emotional intelligence.
We are. You're going to unlock your potential by enhancing self-awareness and communication skills in the construction industry. You'll learn to recognize emotional triggers, foster empathy, and build stronger relationships for greater organizational success. So this is May the 22nd, 8:30 to noon, so 3.5 hours. EQ, depends, people use different things, is a key success factor for both employees and leaders in today's competitive marketplace. So one of the things you need to know, the most important probably is your self-awareness, provide insight into your assets, as well as areas where you can make improvements. So yeah, it's being an interesting session, live online, webinar 8:30 to 12:30, May the 22nd.
Your emotional triggers, and how to react with focus and purpose. That's interesting. Like,
oh boy.
Should Kerry and I tell you about our emotional triggers? We have many. I shouldn't speak for Kerry, but I do. I certainly have I hate being in a meeting unprepared. That's my that gets me crazy.
100%. Also just meetings that you're not really sure how you can contribute to them. Like you're there, but you're like, okay, I'm not sure.
Yes, I just stay on mute on my.
Right? Do I have to be on this? Do I have to be on camera?
It is. Well, actually, I was watching Survivor last night, and it's all about emotional intelligence. Survivor.
Oh, absolutely.
You talk about the physical game and the social game and all that, but really, it's like how well do you know yourself? How well can you sift through the paranoia, negative emotions that you might be feeling, and go forward from there. So, great course. 3.5 hours on the 22nd of May.
Yep.
You can click the link below to find out more. Usually people don't think about emotional intelligence as a major construction skill, but it is. So
it
especially
really
if
is.
you're working in a team setting.
For sure.
Knowing yourself
It's even a theme in our wellness program. An entire month is about emotional intelligence for a reason.
Guys, a whole month. Come on. That's like 1/12 of a year.
No, it is 1/12 of the year.
So click on that below. Kerry, this Saturday, a monumental event. well, not event, monumental occasion. 50 years ago, well, 49 years, 363 days ago from today.
Yep.
163 independent contractors gathered at the glorious Terra Nova Motor Inn in Trail, British Columbia, and changed the face of construction forever. These were folks who had been basically stuck in just home building. Not that home building is a noble thing, it was, but were told to stick to single-family homes. Governments wouldn't even let them bid on taxpayer-funded projects. These folks would be paying taxes, couldn't even bid on the projects that their tax dollars were going towards. They were often physically, mentally, emotionally, and otherwise abused and bullied by the building trades unions, who were desperate to keep control of the industry. And these 163 visionaries, family company owners, get together, the Terra Nova Motor Inn and Trail, and form the Independent Contractors and Businessmen's.
Ooh, Businessmen's, oh boy.
Businessmen's Association. And a guy named Flying Phil Ghilardi, great cabinet minister here in British Columbia, a former radio preacher.
Ooh,
in
oh boy.
And so he would preach every week on the radio, so he knew how to deliver a sermon.
Yeah.
He gets up and he essentially prophesies, I believe that this is the founding of of an organization that'll be one of the greatest in British Columbia.
Well.
And ding, ding, ding. He was right. And he was wrong. He was right, and obviously ICBA is great, but we're not just the biggest construction association in BC. We're the largest construction association in Canada. So even Flying Phil thought a little too small there at the Terra Nova.
It's true.
But April 26, 1975, and we celebrate ICBA 50 on Saturday. So
that is absolutely crazy. I kind of have to think, 50 years ago, did they think about what we would become now?
Not a chance.
Right? Like we are
4,500 members and clients, 2 provinces.
Yep. We'll reach across the province with some of our training and benefits and arms and things like that.
Yep.
Our award-winning wellness program. We're the largest sponsor of apprentices, as well as Indigenous and female apprentices in BC. We apprentices. We sponsor apprentices in Alberta. So we've come a long way. We have 800 and something courses we do every year.
At the time, only about 25 to 30% of the construction work in British Columbia was being done by the open shop. Today it's 85% is done by the open shop. Just a remarkable 50 years of growth and challenges and overcoming obstacles and pushing and fighting and clawing and building and putting your members first, and very exciting for all of us at ICBA. All of us past and present, I can't help but think of folks like Phil Hochstein and Gord Stewart and Ralph Purdy and Elmer Verrigan and other names that Bill Kirchhoff, other names that you may know, and then the names of people who you don't know, like Sabine Just.
I was going to say, our former director of training.
All sorts of amazing staff. Gloria Pasil, she's closing in on 30 years with ICBA.
That's crazy.
And she'll tell you, it's like night and day.
Yeah, Leah's, I think, at like 17 or 18 now, our senior VP of benefits. Our controller is, I think, pretty similar, like 12 or 13 years. It's crazy to think about, but it's also, cool. It's really cool. And
very cool. And
happy birthday, ICBA.
Testament to the members, obviously. Thank you for letting us help you grow your companies. Companies, obviously, lots of them didn't exist 50 years ago. I think of our I was going to say retired board chair, but he's not retired. He's still working. But he just finished up his term as board chair, Scott Jacob, at Jacob Bros. That started with a partnership with Lark Group and the late Larry Fisher, and then, kind of grew from there, and now it's part of Bird Construction. Like, you just look at the ebb of the growth of these companies through the years, and it is remarkable to see. So, a little pat on the back for all the ICBA folks, and thank you for supporting us.
Exactly. We're super excited. We're going to have our own little celebration next week.
Next week we have something. We have cookies one day. We have cake one day.
We're going to be so sugared up. It'll be great.
Yes, we will be high on our own supply of sugar and
lunch.
And applauding ICBA 50. So go to icbaindependent.ca. We've been writing a weekly series of kind of snippets from ICBA history, trying to get that stuff out of people's minds and various Word docs and into a digital form that folks can look at for years to come. But it's been fun to go down that memory lane.
Exactly.
All right. ICBA 50. There you go.
Crazy.
It's all happening. All right. Anything else exciting?
Nothing really. I was going to say the fact that it is May next week, so we'll next see you on May the 1st, which is wow.
There's a new Diamond Heist documentary on Netflix.
Okay.
Produced by Guy Ritchie.
Okay.
I've only watched the first 2/3 of the first episode. They're really interesting. Basically, in 2000, this
boy.
ragtag bunch of EastEnders decide to go in and rob the Millennium Dome of a $300 million diamond.
Oh my
$30
gosh.
million diamond, some crazy diamond. So I'm all there for that.
Nice. That sounds good. I'm gonna start. I have to build my Netflix list up for various things to watch over the next few weeks.
All right. Have a good week. We will see you
On May the 1st.
on the 1st of May. Bye.